Oh my God, it's f***ing real, dude. Hold up, hold up. Everybody check your emails. I'm not getting baited, correct? This is from Bungie. If you've gotten an email, a survey, this is a big deal. If this is legit, and I think it is, this is a big deal. And we need to talk about this because right now, based on what you decide in these surveys, could literally decide the future of this game. Rank the following potential features to be added to Destiny 2 in terms of their potential to improve your enjoyment of the game. All right, hold up. Let's rank these all together. First up, an in-game trophy room, a new clan upgrade and progression system. So here's the thing. I just think that these two systems, an in-game trophy room and new clan upgrade progression system, I just wish there was like an option for a clan hall where these two could be connected. You know what I'm coming from? Let's start with the top. New onboarding experience for new and returning players. How important for you? Give me a rank, 1 to 10. 1 to 10. 1 being top of the list, the number one thing Bungie needs to address. 10 being fuck it. All right, I'm being told 4. Okay. New clan upgrade and progression system and in-game trophy room. I know this is not an option, but I'm throwing these two in together. I'm throwing these in together. I think that if you're going to do a clan upgrade system, it needs to have a trophy room with it. 3, new vault with increased space. Dude, I don't even know because here's the thing. We're already getting 300 more spots and we're already getting a new reworked vault or like, all the different customizations. So I don't really know if like this is at the top of my to-do list right now. 300 slots is nothing. I'm going to put this one, and this is coming from me, which is crazy. I'm going to put this at 7. More random encounters with other players while adventuring. Talk to me, boys. How important is this for you? You're running out in the wild. All right? And you got guardians all around you. How important is that for you? 5? Like a public event? I don't know. I right now, think about what Kepler is and like what Final Shape did with Pale Heart. Like a lot of these zones became like just these solo instance zones that would only group you together during an activity. But you're not running out in the open world with everybody. That's a top 3 thing? Really? Really? Hold up. Can I get a poll on this? This is very important. I want to make sure we're all aligned on this. This is difficult for me to just decide on my own. Okay, actually, we don't even have to poll. You guys are saying 5. An in-game Destiny 2 tutorial library. All right. It'd be great for new players. It would be great for new players. What would the library show? Would it be like, this is how you put on anti-barrier for your weapon this season? I think what would be cool, there's just so many different levels to what an in-game tutorial library would look like. If it was like Path of Exile, where it shows you equipping an aspect and it shows you actually doing that, like the animation. Like, for instance, what if you could pick Chaos Accelerants, but instead of it just being Chaos Accelerants, the void aspect, it shows like a little video of you charging your grenade, overcharging a multitude of different grenades. I think D Rising has it as well. Yeah. So like, how important is that for you? Still a 10? Okay, still a 10. All right, so everybody's saying 10. Again, this is really 9 because I combined 2. But yeah. All right, more replayable, story-rich side quests for NPCs. Dude, this is actually happening, fellas. This is happening, man. I gotta pee. Hold on. Look, I cannot express how good, and I know this seems so simple. It's like sending out a poll, but this is vitally important for your game, for a live service game. I don't want to bring up what I always bring up. But RuneScape did this, and what they would actually do is they would do polls which literally charted out the future of the game. And if Bungie can get into doing that, literally for everything going forward, okay? I'm telling you guys, you gotta know where you're going. And you don't know where you're going if you don't know what your community wants. Okay, more replayable story-rich side quests for NPCs. Did we decide on what we want this one for? Okay, imagine this. Imagine there was an entire side quest for Shaxx, and you and Shaxx, y'all had to go clear some shit together. You know what I mean? And you get to learn. It really just comes down For me, it comes down to the NPC. Boring. All right, so people are saying 8. NPC sidekicks to equip and fight alongside your guardian. Dude. I'm going to say 2. I'm gonna say 2. Why is this good? Well, if you're a solo player, but you want to do that Grandmaster Nightfall, which requires 3. Yes, ideally you would find other people to do the content with. But what if you could do some long quest line to obtain shacks as your NPC sidekick, and you can equip weapons on shacks, and instead of having your clanmate join you, you bring in shacks and Mara. Tell me that wouldn't pop. I almost want to put this at number 1, dude. I almost want to put this at number 1. I'm putting it at 1. Here's where it doesn't really mean that much to me. If it's just sweeper bots, I don't know how I feel about it. It depends on how good the AI is. Well, the AI cannot be better than the AI can't just go in there and solo the thing for you. You know what I mean? You can't just deploy AI to go shit on things. Let's circle back to this one. An in-game Destiny 2 information glossary. I'm gonna put that at like, yeah, it's definitely low on the list for me. Unvaulted expansion campaigns such as Red War and Forsaken. I think that one's got to be number 1, guys. The thing is like, I don't know how much we would play it. You know what I mean? I'm putting NPC sidekicks at 2. I think that would be just so cool to have. All right, so let me go through the list of our top desires. Unvaulted expansion campaigns such as Red War and Forsaken at number 1. Number 2, NPC sidekicks to equip and fight alongside your guardian. Number 3, which is a combination of things, but first to me is the new clan upgrade and progression system there. And if we can get an in-game trophy room, but more than that, a clan hall, a hall in which, or a house or a tower or something for my clan, that would be huge. Number 4, new onboarding experience. See, this is what's so strange with this survey. It's a good survey, but right here, number 1, which is new onboarding experience, should go hand in hand with number 6 and number 10. I think because that's the beginning. Vault needs to be number 2. Look, I definitely want more vault space too, guys. You know what? F the new player. I'm gonna go with what I want. This is for me right now. Me at the top of my list, I want a clan hall. I want these 2 things combined. I want a trophy room in my clan hall. Give me the Destiny 1 tower. Let me rebuild it with my clanmates. Make it a long-term progression thing. That's number 1 for me. Number 2, NPC sidekicks equip and fight alongside your guardian. I'm down for that, dude. If I can get an NPC sidekick that can go collect materials for me, like Scrappy from Arc Raiders, be huge. Imagine this. Imagine you get Ida, all right? And you say, hey, Ida, I want you to work 24 hours a day, 365, and you don't come back to this tower unless you got glimmer, cores, prisms, and a couple shards. You want to live in this tower? Rent! You gotta pay rent. New vault with increased space. You give me unlimited vault, I'm down, man. Number 3. Number 4, new random encounters with other players while adventuring. This has got to be done right. I love back on Venus, you could see people going into an encounter, going into the raid. I think more raids should be viewable from the public zones. That way people could naturally come upon you while doing an encounter to enter that raid. And then they ask that question, what's beyond that wall? What's inside of there? 5, unvault expansion campaigns such as Red War and Forsaken. Need to do it, man. Need to do it. 6, new, more replayable story-rich side quests for NPCs. I'm down. 7, which is really just this, 7A. I combined these 2, remember? New onboarding experience for new players. Important. I won't lie to you. New players, bringing them into the game is important. But this is selfish time for me right now. I'm telling you this is what I want, okay? 7 and 8, having new players coming into the game. Very important still. Not saying it's not. All right, 9, an in-game Destiny 2 information glossary. 10, an in-game Destiny 2 tutorial library. All right, we move on to the next one, guys. All right, please rank the following potential features to be added to Destiny 2 in terms of their potential to improve your enjoyment of the game. Stasis and strand abilities. New, by the way. Gear tier enhancement, that is the ability to upgrade the tier of a weapon. So if you get a tier 1, you get upgraded to tier 5. I thought we already have that. New void melee abilities. That's so random. New simplified portal scoring system. Power prestiging. Why the fuck would we want to reset our power? It's a good question. What is it? What is the incentive to resetting your power? Emblems? A flex? That's dumb for this style of game. I just don't think armor is it, guys. Armor coloring and cosmetics, like, I just don't think it's it. Armor is pretty much ruined by cosmetics that are sold out of Eververse. I feel like the shelf life of a set of armor loses value almost immediately because a new set rolls out. That's why we're saying like it needs to be some sort of upgrade to your character. And some of you are saying it should be like a stat bump. I just don't know if that holds enough weight. And then at what point is an LFG post going to say, hey, looking for 5 Guardians, day 1 raid, know what to do? Must have prestige 10 times. How long until what is supposed to be optional becomes a requirement in an LFG world? What if prestiging gave you additional upgrades in your clan hall, additional upgrades in your trophy room, unlocks a new NPC sidekick? In RuneScape, you had completion escapes, all right? And you would actually have like these clouds of smoke behind you. So like if you're a prestige player, you may have different colors of clouds of smokes behind you indicating like, yo, this guy's a beast. So there's so many ways you can go here, guys. You can have prestiging give you crazy abilities, but then it becomes a requirement. You can have prestiging that only gives you a handful of cosmetics, and then people look at it as not worth it. Guaranteed stat boost for prestiging alongside a prestige token, where you could choose a cosmetic from a list that is only unlockable by prestiging. And that way, depending on your taste, you pick the cosmetic you want. So the shader, emblem, armor pieces, this is the most feasible. Oh, that's pretty good, Les. That's actually pretty good. For me, this is 5. I don't really care about that. New simplified portal scoring. How important is this for y'all? I actually like the customization that we have. What the f? New void melee abilities? Who wants new void melee abilities? All right, this is mine. Look, prestiging has to be done right, guys. That's how I feel. I think prestiging could be really, really cool. Bungie's got to do something. They got to do it right, though. All right, next one. We must rank these as well. Look, I'm not even a PvP player, but I think PvP needs some love desperately. I think PvP needs not just combined arms. I think it needs to have something equivalent to how New Trials was back inside of Destiny 1. It needs some people to think tank a good damn activity. Maps are needed, not modes. I disagree, Loco. Loco, I would take, and I'm not talking about shitty modes that Bungie been adding. I would take one good mode over the 8 or 9 modes that Bungie constantly keeps trying to deliver. They're literally putting in a new PvEVP experience with Renegades. We don't need a new mode. We need new maps. I know everyone here has opinions, and I respect your opinions. But if it doesn't align with my own, just shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut the fuck up. Look, listen. Let me get us where we need to get. Because new maps ain't going to save you. You think it is? Tell me what the last 3 maps did for you. All right, let's move on from this. Number 2, I'm going to put this Sparrow Racing. There you go. Now, here's the thing with Sparrow Racing. I want it to be good, dude. I think they just need to straight up just, give us red, blue shells, you know what I mean? But make them Ingrams. You could pick them up. You could launch it at other people's Sparrows. You could blow them up. You got boosts. Essentially Mario Karts, but SRL form. New Gambit mode or Gambit event. Yes. May even make that number 2. Oh, no. Gambit is number 2. I think there's a way to make Gambit really, really good. Make Gambit a MOBA? God. Dog it. Brother. Guys, you've got lanes. You've got bosses that will appear at certain minimarks, just like League of Legends. And here's the thing, though. The thing about a MOBA Gambit, you cannot bring in old shit into MOBA Gambit. You will have to have your own store, your own, like the items in the game mode itself. You cannot bring in a bunch of shit into MOBA Gambits. Then that's no longer Destiny. No, you earn items from MOBA Gambit that you could take out into the world of Destiny. New difficulty tiers to legacy raids and dungeons. I think this would probably be number 4. I don't know, dude. I just want Pantheon back. Added old campaigns and other activities to the portal. Really? First up, how would you even do that? What, are you going to have a single mission from Forsaken added into the portal? I guess the question is right now, guys, it's like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer the activities that we have now in Fireteam Ops, Pinnacle Ops, and things like that? Or would you every now and then enjoy running an old campaign mission inside of the portal? Give a player reasons to experience old content. All right. I should put that at number 5. Bro, I can't believe you're making raid stuff at the bottom. Okay, say there was a raid night, a day of the week where players can play the feature raid for extra rewards. Can I just say, I think the raid is already very giving to the point where within a few runs of a high feed raid, you will have everything in the game. The people that already raid on a regular basis are going to continue to raid no matter what, and they have plenty of loot. I think the issue is not necessarily those players, it's the new players. And I don't know if more loot is something that's going to make a new player go, hey, I'll play that raid. I think it's the barrier to entry on these things. People in LFG want you to know what you're doing and all that jazz. I think every time a raid rolls out, within 30 days, this is just my opinion, within 30 days, that same raid should have a beginner mode where it's open matchmaking and you essentially can join into it with anyone. You've got comms, you've got all those things, and there's tooltips, just like in the dungeons they did with Rite of the Nines, that shows you how to do the raid with a limited loot pool. And you can't get the best stuff from it, but you can go through essentially training for that raid. The execution, like people are saying that's a great idea. The execution is way more difficult because take Verity Encounter from Salvation's Edge. Imagine the tooltips for that one, right? Bro, we just want tiered pinnacle loot for all raids. Am I the only one that doesn't give a shit? Am I the only one that's like, you give me a Hezen's Vengeance right now that's a tiered weapon? Brother, I literally just grinded the time loss version of that weapon. We're doing the same circle here. Bungie, how did Bungie make the raid drops in the past desirable again for us? They made them craftable. So I already went through the process of hitting Last Wish, farming Last Wish, getting craftable versions of each of these weapons, then going the extra mile, getting not just the craftable versions, but the adept and time loss versions of these weapons. Now you're going to be like, okay, let's do it again. Now it's the tiered version of these weapons. Rotating portal activities each week. 9 maybe. Yeah, 9. Raid rotator. Legacy raids are included in the weekly raid rotation that offers special rewards and unique challenges. I'll put this right here at 6. Daily, weekly competitive stuff. 8. Raid 9, 7. All right. That's what I got. That's my list. All right. Well, there it is, boys. Bungie is fishing. They fishing. They're trying to see what it is the Destiny community wants. Check your emails. This is just what I want, but I'm just one guy. Depending on your answers, though, could greatly dictate where we go in the future.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.